The Tempest's embrace in the quiet coastal town of Stormhaven, where the cliffs stood tall against the relentless waves and the lighthouse's beam pierced through the darkest nights, there lived a young girl named Lily. Lily had always been fascinated by the sea and the storms that often rolled in from the horizon, bringing with them a sense of mystery and excitement. Lily lived with her parents in a charming cottage near the edge of the town. Her father, Captain Henry, was a seasoned sailor who had spent most of his life navigating the treacherous waters around Stormhaven. Her mother, Eliza, was a skilled healer who tended to the townsfolk with her knowledge of herbs and remedies. Together, they formed a close-knit family bound by their love for the sea. One summer evening, as the sun set in a blaze of orange and pink, Lily stood on the cliff overlooking the ocean. The air was thick with humidity, and the sky had taken on a peculiar shade of purple. She could feel the storm brewing in the distance, the tension in the air palpable. Captain Henry joined her, his weathered face etched with concern. "A storm is coming, Lily," he said, his voice deep and steady. "A big one. We need to prepare." Lily nodded, her heart quickening with a mix of fear and excitement. Storms in Stormhaven were always an event, but this one felt different. As they made their way back to the cottage, the wind began to pick up, and the first drops of rain splattered against the windows. Inside, Eliza was already busy securing the shutters and gathering supplies. "We'll ride this out together," she said with a reassuring smile. "Just like we always do." As the night wore on, the storm grew in intensity. The wind howled like a wild beast, and the rain lashed against the cottage with a fury. The waves crashed against the cliffs, sending spray high into the air. Lily and her parents huddled together in the living room, the flickering candlelight casting eerie shadows on the walls. Suddenly, there was a loud crash, and the entire house shook. "The lighthouse!" Captain Henry exclaimed. "It must have been struck by lightning. Without its light, the ships at sea will be in grave danger." Lily knew the importance of the lighthouse. It was a beacon of hope for sailors navigating the perilous waters around Stormhaven. Without it, the chances of ships running aground or colliding with the rocks increased dramatically. "We have to go," Lily said, determination shining in her eyes. "We have to help." Eliza hesitated, but seeing the resolve in her daughter's face, she nodded. "Be careful, both of you," she said, hugging them tightly. "And come back safely." Captain Henry and Lily donned their raincoats and braved the storm. The wind was so strong that it was difficult to stay on their feet, and the rain stung their faces like needles. But they pressed on, driven by the urgency of their mission. When they reached the lighthouse, they found the keeper, old Mr. Thompson, struggling to relight the beacon. The top of the lighthouse was damaged, and the mechanism was jammed. Captain Henry and Lily sprang into action, helping Mr. Thompson clear the debris and repair the light. It was a grueling task, made even more difficult by the ferocity of the storm. But finally, after what seemed like an eternity, the light flickered back to life, casting its steady beam out into the tumultuous sea. The relief was palpable, and Lily felt a surge of pride and accomplishment. As they made their way back to the cottage, the storm began to subside. The wind gradually calmed, and the rain lessened to a gentle drizzle. The first light of dawn was breaking on the horizon, casting a soft glow over the water. Exhausted but elated, Lily and her father returned home, where Eliza was waiting with open arms. "You did it," she said, tears of relief in her eyes. "You saved lives tonight." In the days that followed, the townsfolk of Stormhaven came together to repair the damage caused by the storm. The lighthouse stood tall once again, its light a symbol of hope and resilience. Lily's bravery and determination became a source of inspiration for everyone in the town. From that day on, Lily felt a deeper connection to the sea and the storms that swept across it. She had faced the tempest and emerged stronger, her spirit forged by the challenges she had overcome. Stormhaven would always be a place of unpredictable weather and wild beauty, but it was also a place where courage and community thrived. Lily continued to explore the cliffs and shores, her love for the sea undiminished. She knew that storms would come and go, but the bonds she had with her family and her town would endure. And as she stood on the cliff, watching the waves crash below, she felt a profound sense of peace, knowing that she was a part of something greater, a legacy of strength and unity that would weather any storm.